All right, let's do this. Behind me is the gym in which I train at. And what do I train every time I come in here and do legs? I train calves, because calves are important. And if you're part of the weak and faint-hearted that don't believe that calves are important, click out of this video now. Before we actually go into the gym and train, we have to be wearing proper shoes. Preferably something flat. I wear these Reeboks. They're flat. Do not be wearing like those running shoes when you're hitting legs, because you need a flat, even surface that keeps you to the ground. And now that you understand that, we can go ahead and head inside the gym. Oh, so you arrived in the gym and you're scared because you have small calves. How do you grow them? How do you get them bigger? Let's go over that. And we're gonna start off at the calf raises, where everyone always messes up. And that everyone and someone is you. So we're in the gym, loading up what everyone uses to train calves, the calf raise. Literally, this is everyone. Now that's wrong. This isn't it, okay? It's a hot take, I know, but it's literally the reason why. You can't beat rapid fire doing calf raises with just a bunch of weight. What is that doing? Do you get on the bench press and do that? Do you get on the bench press and just randomly just blow up 405, just keep going? No, it's slow and controlled. It's the same with calves. It's literally why your calves aren't growing. Look, squeeze at the top, down, feel the stretch, squeeze, squeeze, down, stretch, up, squeezing the calf as hard as I can, down, stretch, then back up and just repeat. So failure. You're not sitting here going like this. That's not doing anything. Have you ever seen one of these things at the gym and you're like, oh, that's for girls to do yoga, that's for all? No, you do calves with this as well. What you want is a Smith machine. Oh, it's a Smith machine. Ugh. Stop being stupid and use the Smith machine. All right, so Smith machine and this, we got these two. Put this underneath the Smith machine bar. Move the bar up a little bit higher than where you'd usually squat. Load up some weight. Weight varies per person too. I'll start off light with the 25. For calves, it's volume. It's not about the weight, guys. Jeez. Anyways, load it up. After you have your weight on the bar, this next step is actually going to be quite surprising. You get underneath the bar. Make sure this little step stool thing too is lined up, the back of it, with the back of this bar. But you're going to get underneath the bar, like so. You're going to keep your feet, or more so from the balls of your feet up on this pad. Then lift the bar off. And now look, you're doing standing calf raises, stretching at the bottom, flexing as hard as you can at the top, getting that good squeeze. Make sure when you hit the bottom right here, you're letting your legs relax and there's no like tension. You're not flexing right here. But at the top, you are. Everything. This block makes a great helper for the calves. Now, Jake Cutler actually made up a movement with this. I believe it's now called the Cutler calf raise. I could be wrong, but basically, when you're at the bottom, you come up to halfway, and you hold there for a second, and then you flex, and you go back down and stretch. Let me demonstrate. So you start at the bottom, come halfway up, and then explode up and squeeze. Notice how I'm going and I'm holding these positions. I'm not going like this. That's not it, okay? It's halfway, then all the way up. A very common calf exercise amongst people is just a standing calf raise. When you're standing, going like this, you could do this on the ground. Just make sure you're squeezing at the top. And you don't really get that stretch going down, so that's why I don't like these. You always want that stretch. So if you get this block again, the women's yoga block, oh, I'm not gonna use that. And you just stand on here. I like to hold on to something to just keep my balance. Yep. So you get the stretch on these ones. Make sure you go slow. Focus on that muscle. You can also do those Cutler calf raises as well. Just, there's no weight on these. I like to do these right after I do the weighted barbell ones. Okay, so you're broke and you don't have a gym membership, but you still want to train calves. Well, good thing you're watching this video, because all you need is this weight. This thing. But oh my gosh, isn't that like a woman's Pilates thing? Guys, we went over this, shut up. Let me note that these are just an alteration or an alternative way to seated calf raises. So what you're going to do is sit towards the edge of a bench or a seat with your calves on here. Put this weight on here. And guess what? You have weighted calf raises. Although this weight isn't too heavy. Boom. Easy. You can do calf raises. Do them. It's important to remember that the calf actually splits into two. So when it runs down the back of your leg, it has like two sides to it. So when you're training and doing these calf exercises, be sure that not only you're keeping your feet flat, but you turn them, because then you're growing the sides. That makes sense. Turn, these are your heels, this is your toes. You turn instead of being straight. So you're working the sides of your calves. You can also turn inwards and work the inside part. It's just some things to keep you thinking about calves. I hope this video was helpful. If you really want to know the real reason why your calves aren't growing, it's not because of genetics, because that is just false. It's because you're not training them, and you're not training them smart or correctly. They're just as important as biceps, in my opinion. They're going to make you stand out if you have big calves. Train calves. Please. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.